Alright, today we're going to be doing something that I've never actually done before, ranking. We are going to be doing a rank of every game I have recorded on YouTube. I might do another one for Twitch later, because I definitely have played more games on my Twitch than I've reviewed on my YouTube channel. I know that I reviewed them and I give them like my own perspective on how I like each game, but I've never actually done like this game is better than this game is better than this game. Apparently I have reviewed 44 games in the past 3 years? Has it been 3 years? It has been a wild ride, a wild adventure. We have gained quite a bit of subscribers and we're doing really good. We're now sitting at 133, which is, I know in the grand scheme of things, it's very little, but each and every one of you mean more to me than you will ever know. And I appreciate all of you. So if you're not already subscribed, please be sure, subscribe, like, do all the things. Might make another one of these contents in another 3 years to do a full review ranking list. So yeah, let's get into it. We're gonna do just S, A, B, C, and D. I don't think any game is worth F tier. If you're on the market and I have played you and I reviewed you, you're actually a really good game. It's just some games are better than others. So let's start off. BioShock 1. BioShock 1 is a game, undersea adventure. You are stuck in a realm of dystopian hellish nightmares with creepy crawlies around every corner, and we're gonna put BioShock 1 and 2 together in this one. They play about the same. Definitely an S tier. I played this more than once. Lovely game, fantastic. I love the atmosphere, love love all the characters. Almost everyone in this was very memorial, from the big daddies to the little sisters to the big beanie bad guy at the very end. So yeah, definitely an S tier game. I've played this on stream multiple times. I've beaten it on the killing all the little sisters, saving all the little sisters, trying not to kill anybody, trying to get through the game without being like a menace or like being too destructive, and I just love the atmosphere very much. So definitely an S tier. Batman. I don't know how to feel about this because I definitely in the review mushed all the games together, which was kind of a mistake. Nobody really watched it either. It was like copyright and everything. But I liked Batman Arkham and I liked City very much, but the other ones just felt very I love the last one with the Batmobile. That was a very good games, but if I'm gonna mush them all together, it's definitely a B tier product. League of Legends, S tier?
Stop it.
I have been playing this game since season 2 and it has come a long way. It has its ups, it had its down. It's a multiplayer game. It's toxic community. I don't play it as much anymore because I have a life. Definitely. No, I can't give you D tier because I still play you every now and then. So yeah, definitely a C tier game. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give you a C tier. C, not D. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I admittedly have not finished it. It is a really good game though. The problem is it's an Assassin's Creed game and they're just gonna keep coming out with more Assassin's Creed. It's definitely not S. I want to say A, but I can't. It's more like, it feels more like the Batman games where like, yeah, the first one was okay, 1, 2, 3 was pretty good. Assassin's Creed Black Flag was probably my most favorite. Definitely B tier for me. Once we got to Valhalla, and we went to Asgard, like the magic of it like exploded and then it just fizzled out, and I definitely gotta re-pick it back up to see what that ending is like. Bendy! This was my very first video that I put on the channel with Evie. It was, don't go look it up. I swear, no.
Don't do it.
I can't really give it a D tier. I mean, For the memory worth, it's definitely like an A tier game. It's actually really good. A tier just for the memories worth. Little Big Planet, another one of those games. I feel like it has to be B. My daughter played Little Big Planet Sackboy's Adventure, which is completely different from Little Big Planet 1, 2, and 3. If you have a child who is on the age of like 10 and they're just getting into gaming, Little Big Planet Sackboy's Adventure is for that generation. Definitely S for the replayability for little children. If you're an adult, you might like it, but you're not gonna love it. So I'll give it an A. I'll give it an A. Definitely not a C. Minecraft! S tier. It is the most #1 bought and played game in the world. Horizon Zero Dawn. D. Don't like it. I know it tried to do things differently for the second version, and honestly, it failed. It failed on every metric. Cool. Runeterra. It was a C tier. I have to drop it to D tier. They added Exodian to the game, and after that, why am I even playing? It's just Yu-Gi-Oh with extra steps, and I don't really like card games anymore. God of War. Okay, so this is God of War Ragnarok. It's a good game. It's not as good as God of War the original. We do get a fuller version of the world and the characters, and we get to see Odin and Thor, and we get to fight them, and we get to visit the other gods, and the boy Loki now has a full backstory, and he goes on his own adventures, and Kratos is now old and withering, and he's more of just like a side character in his own game, and that's fine, I guess, but it doesn't feel like God of War anymore. It feels like Atreus' game. I feel like S tier is like, these are the games that you're gonna play like multiple times just to see everything that this game has to offer. And I don't think games that are like 100, 200, 300 plus hours are worth replaying. Hollow Knight, S tier. I have put over 1,000 hours into this game. This game is absolutely fantastic. There are 3 different endings. Every character in this game is memorial. You're gonna remember everything about this game. You're gonna learn everything about this game. You're gonna even go and download mods to make sure that this game even lasts longer than the 1,000 hours that you're gonna play. And it's only like a 14-hour game if you really take your time with it. The Last of Us. This is the first one. Definitely S tier. I have played this game on normal difficulty, hard difficulty, extra hard difficulty. I download mods for a little bit to like see how that would work. Love it. Fantastic. Awesome game. Ratchet and Clank Adventures. This was the PlayStation 5 version. It's an okay game. It's not A. It's fine. The replayability is eh. The characters are not that memorial. BioShock Infinite. This is a game that I know a lot of y'all. I know the community loves it, and it's a pretty good game, and I've replayed it a couple of times, but I don't think it's all that. Doesn't feel like a BioShock game. It just feels like a game that has all the equipments of BioShock, but it's not BioShock. It's a C in my book. Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. Ah. All right. Hear me out. This game, I did a 24-hour stream, and it was the very first game that we played. Quality content. Just for that alone. If you are a streamer, go out and play Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. Definitely an S tier game, and I will replay it multiple times. Gardens Between. It's a game. Yeah. It's a game. It's an okay game. Is it worse than BioShock Infinite? And Ratchet and Clank? Probably not. It's fine. Little Nightmares. Fantastic. 1, 2, 3. Played the mobile game. Loved it. All of it. Fantastic. Zelda Breath of the Wild. It is another A tier game. I have not played the new one. I don't think I want to play the new one from what I saw with the reviews. Definitely A tier. It's actually a really good game for if you're playing it for the first time. Sinking City. D tier. Unplayable. Maybe it's my system, but even when I went on my wife's system to replay it, still didn't want to work. So the game is bugged to all hell.
That's all, folks.
The Last of Us Part 2. Alright, hear me out. It's an A tier, and I understand the hate. I get it. You guys, spoiler alert, do not like the ending of how we didn't kill Abby, and I get it. Understandable. I didn't like it because it felt really long. We did not need to play as Abby in the second half of the game.
You sure about that?
Limbo. It's a D tier for me. I'm not... Actually, no. You could replay it for, like, party games. Detroit Become Human. I platinumed this game on stream. It took about a week and a half, and I had the most fun on stream during that week and a half. Cyberpunk. Oh, God. So, in terms of playability, if you do not have a good enough system, it is a D tier. If you do have a good enough system, it's a B tier. It's not a game that I would say replay it. It's a game that I would say play it just to experience it for the first time. It's actually a really good game when you can get it to work. And it's kind of a hilarious game when you don't get it to work. No Man's Sky. Another game. Definitely B tier. It's definitely not an S. Definitely not a D. Actually, no. No. I want to put it lower because it's not a game that's... It has a story and it has its fun and it's still really good, but it does get very repetitive once you hit the later ends of the game. Far, Lonely Island. It's another game just like The Gardens Between. It was made by an indie developer game. You can feel the passion, you can feel the love, but once you played it for the first time, you're not going to really want to play it again. Spider-Man 1, A tier. Spider-Man Miles Morales, S tier. Spider-Man 2, B tier. Child of Light, D tier. Another indie developed game that should have been better, but I could not get through it because it kind of dropped me off halfway through. Like, a story needs to stick with me. Dead Space. I'm kind of just gonna lump all the Dead Spaces together, and it's about as good as Batman Arkham. Shadow of the Colossus. I understand there's a massive fan base on Reddit, but I really do not like this game. This game made me feel dumb. Baldur's Gate 3. Oh God. Oh God. Admittedly, I never finished it. But for what I have played through, it is a really good game. It is a game that you can get stuck, lost, traversed. Second Son. I played this game twice. I did a 12-hour stream of it. I got through the entire game, and it was actually really fun. It was the only game that I played of the Infamous series, so I can't really tell you what the other Infamous series are like. Horizon Forbidden West. No, Horizon Zero Dawn. S tier. God of War Ragnarok. I platinumed the game, so I have to love it. It was a game after playing 1, 2, and 3, and then God of War. and then seeing how Kratos becomes more gentler, and having a child and having a son at that. Stray, A tier. Dead Cells, S tier. This game is fan freaking tastic. The replayability in this game is just upwards of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 hours. You can replay this game, and because it's a procedurally generated dungeons every single time, no two games will ever be the same, and you will always run through it trying to figure out if you're just bad at this game. Uncharted, S tier. Ghost Runner, A tier. Celeste. If you are trans and you want your egg to crack, Celeste is here. There is a trans narrative here somewhere. Don't know where it is, but it is here somewhere. It's an A tier, definitely because I don't think I'm gonna want to play this game to see everything. Spiritfarer. It is another D tier in my book. It's a pretty good game, another indie developed game. It got a couple of updates that I saw, but other than that, it hasn't really progressed further. Gris. Gris is just one of those games that is just so beautiful and so not even story driven, but it sends a message that you're gonna want to replay it more than once just to see what the message and what every little minute detail means. Teamfight Tactics. It was an S tier for me until they changed up how the seasons work, and I'm not down with that. I don't like how the new seasons work, so it's now down to a C tier. I don't really want to play this game anymore. I'd rather find something really cool to do. Maybe B tier. Maybe it's right in the middle of the pack. It's fine. It's good. If you're with friends and you want to play and do some ranking up, go for it. Enjoy. Have fun. Last one. Hogwarts Legacy. Okay, this is a doozy. So, should we love the artist? Can we put aside our differences for 2 seconds and forget what J.K. Rowling has said about trans people? Sure, I am trans and I still love Hogwarts. I have my wands, I have my houses. I played this game to completion. I played this game on a 24-hour stream once just to show that, like, you can like this game and you can enjoy it. You get to play as the different houses. You get to experience the world as the different houses. There are different things that you can do based on the house that you're in. All the characters are pretty cool. There's even a trans character in the game, but I don't feel like we should be comparing it for being trans or not. This is a really good open world Hogwarts game. If you're looking at it as a gameplay perspective, it's an A tier. I don't know if you agree with this list. Leave a like, leave a comment if you do enjoy this list. If you don't enjoy this list, leave a dislike, leave a comment as well. And if you like today's content, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.